here with Trevon Grimes, the top wide receiver in the country.
Yeah.
What's it been like so far? You just walked in and we just like hijacked you and put you at a table?
Yeah, I mean, I walked in. I mean, I sort of already knew what it was going to be like. I came here last year, so I kind of was ready for it, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get the recruiting stuff out of the way up front and be done with it. We're doing an interview with Mike Farrell. Ohio State's been your leader.
Yeah.
So you give it to him in order, so I guess give it to us for podcast listeners. Like, what's the pecking order there?
You want the order?
Yeah, with the 18th.
Ohio State, Florida State, Miami, Georgia, Alabama.
And I think people know now that you're from the Midwest originally.
Yeah.
But I guess, like, what's the story for Trevon Grimes? Like, how did you end up from Illinois to Florida? Like, how did that end up happening for you?
Well, Indiana to correct you, but
all right.
Indiana.
No. So everything that's not California or Florida or New York is the same state.
Yeah. Well, Indiana football is, I guess you could say, not as talented as Florida football, and my dad's always known that. So one day I was in my room and he came down and he was just like, Trey, you want to move to Florida to pursue your dreams? And immediately I was like, no. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not. And then I guess I could say like he forced me, and he was just like, we're gonna go. I believe in you. I believe in your talents. Like, this is what we're gonna do. And I agreed into it, and I got down here my first year. I didn't like it. Second year I did sort of good, and then my third year which was my 8th grade year, I kind of excelled. So ever since then I've started to love it, and football just took off in rocket ship. So
when you moved down. Yeah. Was St. Thomas always picked? It's like, all right, I'm going to go to this football powerhouse. That was the plan from the beginning?
Once my dad walked into my room, actually one day I walked into my dad's room and I seen him on the computer like St. Thomas this, St. Thomas that, and I was just like, what school is that? And then now I know what school it was because I'm here and I've...
How did he know about St. Thomas?
His dad lives down here, and his dad was telling him about this powerhouse school that like your son needs to go to, blah blah blah, and he just bought into it, and ever since then I'm here now. So
is that a different people go to regular high schools, whatever, and St. Thomas is a regular high school by all accounts, but it's got that football tradition. It's got guys that are on the 2 deep. Your backups are going to end up playing division.
Yeah.
What's that like every day, and like is it?
It's an honor. I go against the best every day. That's what I tell everybody. All these people say, you're this, you're overrated, you're blah blah. I say it. I go against the best every day. Who do you go against? So I feel like if I go against the best every day, Asante Samuels in South Florida has the best football in the country. How can you not see yourself being the best? So that's what I feel like.
Speaking of overrated, I got to ask you about the rankings then, right? Like, we, for whatever reason, at Rivals.com are higher on you than everybody else in the world.
Yeah.
What happened there? Why do you think that everybody else has got you a little bit? I mean, everybody's got you as like the 4th or 5th wide receiver in the country.
I mean, I won't say any names. I just feel like I really couldn't even give you an explanation.
No, you were telling me off air though that something happened at the opening, right? Let's tell that story.
At the opening regionals, I guess I didn't have too strong of a performance. Due to something that occurred the day before.
The quote is out on the water. Come on.
So me and my quarterback, Jake Allen, he's a clown. So me and him, we went out on the water. We recorded this big video.
I saw it.
Him throwing me the ball, blah blah blah, this and that, and I guess you could say the water got me jammed. We was out there all day from sun up to sundown, and then next morning at 5 a.m. I had to wake up for this I guess you could say Bleacher Report thing.
Other video,
the other video. So I guess I could say my body was just drained. I didn't have any.
Yeah, well, it's amazing that people don't expect kids to be kids sometimes.
Yeah, so I mean, I just went out there, didn't have too strong of a performance, and then ever since then, I guess they've been bumping me down, but it's all right though.
No, I figured you're not one that seems to like. You don't text me when your ranking comes out and yell at me that you're high enough.
I'm not too worried about that. I know what I can do. I know about I know if I'm personally better than somebody or who else. So if they have them ranked above me, and I personally know I'm better than them, it really doesn't bother me. So
Jake, you mentioned Jake, who's committed to Florida. He's your quarterback there.
Yeah.
I know how he is.
Yeah.
So he's on you a little bit about Florida or what? Like, what's the conversation?
He's on me all the time. He before he wasn't on me as much, but now he's on me every day. We talks about Florida, what he sees in Florida, what he sees I can do in Florida. I'm actually gonna go visit Florida with him hopefully soon, and just get another feel for it. The last time I went up there, I liked a lot of things about Florida. So I feel like next time I go back up there, some more things can spark.
I'm one that's always laughing at you when you're releasing top sixes or whatever because I'm telling you it does it the two schools, right? It's been Ohio State forever. Is it just the hometown thing with Ohio State, or like why have they been the leader since? It seems like they offered you, and from there, you know, did you grow up rooting for them? Like why have they been so dominant?
Well, since I'm from around that area, I did grow up loving them, liking them a lot. So therefore, then when I moved down to Florida, I went to St. Thomas, and it just so happened that Chris Carter was my wide receiver coach for my first 2 years. So it was just like, wow, what a coincidence. And then
funny how that works.
Yeah, funny how that worked out. And then me and him just started talking about Ohio State, and his career at Ohio State was phenomenal. So I mean, it just him being my coach and me always liking Ohio State, it was like, why not? And Chris Carter's always a good guy to have around. Yeah, he teaches me. He taught me a lot of things. He still does, and he's just always a good guy to have around. So therefore, I felt like that was in my best interest at the time.
So let me ask you this before I let you go: is so much has been made of satellite camps, and it's mainly for dorks like us to talk about and make fun of Jim Harbaugh or whatever. But there's one happening at your high school that Ohio State is putting on. Do you I mean, obviously you're self-aware enough. Do you sit back and you're like, the only reason this is happening is because they're recruiting me? I mean, you get that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really,
like that would not be happening if Trevon Grimes did not exist, correct?
No, I mean, I don't think that big. I feel like they come down and, you know, give
they pick a high school
else
for a reason.
Yeah, of course. I mean, in that aspect, then yeah, but in the bigger picture, I feel like there's other kids that they're trying to give an opportunity to. So,
what did they tell you about it when you talked to them about the camp at your high school? Obviously, I know you're in contact with them. What are they telling you about that camp and how's it going?
No, I'm just talking to Coach Smith. He's just saying he's looking forward to seeing me. I'm looking forward to seeing him. That's about it. I haven't seen Coach Smith for a while, so I'm looking forward to actually seeing him in person and not just speaking with him over text.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it, Trevon. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.